I'd like to welcome Grove City College to the stage. Third-year head coach Andrew DiDonato and senior linebacker Sam Henson are here representing the Wolverines this afternoon. Grove City. Coach DiDonato, we'll get started with you. Last season, Grove City broke a lengthy losing streak and finished 4-4 in conference play. Has your message to the team changed at all from your first two seasons?
No, and the message won't change and will continue to remain the same. 2 years ago, I was blessed to stand in front of a group of young men for the first time as a head football coach, and it was a group that had just lost their last 20 games, and we talked about three things that day. We said, number one, we talked about vision, and we said, focus on your vision, not your circumstance. Our vision is to glorify God in the pursuit of earning a degree, building lasting relationships, and competing for PAC championships. Secondly, we talked about process. We know the vision's bold, and we listed everything that would have to happen to turn our vision to reality. And we said it's a lot. And it's not going to happen in 1 year. It's not going to happen in one season. We don't expect it to. Our job is to just start building, and that's where brick by brick came into play. Brick by brick encompasses vision, process, and love. And for the process, we told our guys, see a little, and one day you'll see a lot. Just start laying brick. Let's start attacking this one area at a time. And third, we talked about love. We said the only way we get to where we want to go is if we all speak the same language. And we're blessed that all our guys know what the vision is. There's no, it's clear. There's no question of who we are, what we stand for, and how we're going to get there. So that message of vision, process, love, brick by brick will remain what we talk about as a team. And we feel that we should be very confident in the process we're making and that we will continue to make.
With 9 starters back on offense, including a 1,000-yard rusher in Wesley Schools, the returning conference newcomer of the year in Cody Gustafson, 4 offensive linemen and your quarterback Randall Labrie, what are your expectations for that side of the ball this year?
The expectations are high. I just talked about brick by brick. Well, once you start improving in certain areas, you can't go backwards. And you mentioned the running back who was one of the top rushers in the league, actually in conference play. He led the league in rushing, and 4 of the 5 linemen who stood in front of him are back, the tight end's back. So if we want to get to where we want to go, if those young men prove that they could do it a season ago, then they have to provide and deliver at that same level this year. And same thing, you mentioned the newcomer of the year, Cody, and the quarterback who threw to him's back. We had 2 receivers in the top 6 of receiving, and newcomer of the year who finished 3rd behind 2 seniors in receptions and behind 2 seniors in yards, and he's back. So again, if we want to get to where we want to go, we can't go backward. We got to keep building on that. We got to be able to run the football and throw the football to compete towards the conference, at the top of the conference statistics, if we want to get to where we want to go. So the expectations for both those areas are high.
On defense, the Wolverines returned 3 starters in the secondary and 2 at linebacker. What are your thoughts on the defensive unit entering the season?
My thoughts, I'll start with the D-line. One great positive is we get a young man back who missed all of last season. 2 years ago, many people who saw us play would probably say he was our best football player, and unfortunately he wasn't available to us last year. He's back in the center of our defensive line, so excited about that. Linebacker, you mentioned 2 guys returning. They're 2 of our captains, one of them sitting next to me, Sam Henson, so obviously leadership from the linebacking core. And secondary, we returned both corners and free safety, who I think on our highlight film this year, the first 7 clips were clips of him, and he really made his presence known. When he started getting in the mix, I really felt our defense changed. So I'm excited to see the defense compete. Defensive end, there's going to be a great position battle. Outside linebacker, the other safety position. So, really my thoughts on the defense. Excited about what we have returning, and certain spots there's going to be guys we already have in the system we expect to compete to win those final spots.
Coach, final question for you. This year's senior class is relatively small and has been through a lot over the last 3 years. What can you say about that class, and specifically the gentleman next to you, Sam Henson?
Yeah, a small group. They all live in the same hall together, so a really close group. And you mentioned it. They've been through a lot. I mean, their first couple seasons obviously went through very difficult seasons for a young man to go through. And we talked brick by brick, and they're a group that last year got to see some great improvement. They were a part of some really special games and special things happening on our campus, and they still got a year to go. And they can really finish their story out very strong, and it's a blessing, and I'm excited to be a part of it with these guys, and especially Sam. I mean, you look at our vision, I think, of each area. Obviously, football-wise, he's a captain. Academically, we have study tables, and he turned them into study huddles and built his own brick-by-brick plan academically to help our young guys spiritually. A couple of different guys have told me how much they've grown in their faith because of Bible studies Sam has led. So he's just a model of what we want in our program, and very excited to be here with him today.
Coach DiDonato, thank you. Sam, a couple questions for you now. What's it like for you to have been selected as a team co-captain for the 2018 season?
It's an honor to serve such a high-caliber group, especially one so full of leaders. Like we said, our senior class is very small. Almost every senior on our team could have been selected as a captain, so it was an honor to be selected as a leader of this team. So I'll continue to do everything I can to serve this team.
Last season, the Wolverines moved up in the conference standings after a couple of tough seasons during your first 2 years. What was it like to experience all that in 2017?
It was a proud moment to finally get a couple wins on the board. Obviously, coming in first 2 seasons of college football, not winning a game, it's tough to motivate yourself and the people around you to keep working at it. And obviously, Coach DiDonato helped a lot with that, bringing in the brick-by-brick mentality and helping us to focus on a vision and not the circumstance. Because in those times, it's easy to focus on a circumstance when it's that hard. And so I think our perseverance through that really helped us last year.
Is your approach to this season different than it has been for you in your previous 3 years?
Physically, no. I think the goal is the same, come into camp in the best physical shape possible. Mentally, it's been a little bit different to try and develop as a leader. I think for me, my goal as a leader is to serve this team the best that I can. And so this summer I've been doing my best to both read and listen to other leaders and try and figure out how I can do the best possible for our team.
Sam, last question. You mentioned a couple goals in there, but talk about some of the goals you do have for 2018, both personally and as a program.
I mean, personally and as a program, our goals are defined by our vision statement. So overall, glorify God with everything we do on and off the field. Personally, for me, whether that's serving our team or serving the campus, whatever I can do to glorify Him, that's number one overall. Earn a degree, that's overall why we're at Grove City College. That's why we're in school. So I think everything I can do for myself and for the entire team to help them to earn a degree, that's what we'll do. Build lasting relationships, that's both on the team and with the campus community. And then overall, compete for PAC championships. We're going to get after it.
Sam, Coach, thank you guys. Grove City will get its season underway September 1st at home against Juniata College. Grove City, thank you.